How you doing, guys? This is Boxing Knowledge coming at you with my second video on the King Arthur Abraham versus Jermain Taylor fight. I know most of you are probably wondering why in the world am I making a second video on this fight, especially since most of you, alright, agree with my previous analysis, alright? It's quite simple, guys. I am retracting my prediction, alright? I'm making the second video to let all of you know that I've had a change of heart. And before I get into the technical analysis, before I get into the reasons why I've had a change of heart, uh, I want to encourage you all to watch my previous video. I will not take it down until after the fight, um, so that you can have a better idea of why I chose, and this is the general consensus, King Arthur Abraham to win, most likely by knockout. Alright? So all of that being said, these are the reasons why I believe Jermain Taylor is going to win this fight. Guys, I've been doing my homework, okay, double time this time around. I watched a lot of footage before my previous prediction. I did my homework, but this time around, I've studied more diligently these two gentlemen's style, okay? Not only have I looked at a lot of footage on these two fighters' fights, but I have looked at other fighters who possess the similar styles. Okay, and based on styles, okay, there's no passion, no prejudice involved. Based on styles, which is, I believe, the only way to uh, analyze and make a prediction. Jermain Taylor is going to win this fight most likely by decision. Let's get down to it, guys. Arthur Abraham, as I stated in my previous video, is a monster. Okay? Apparently he has no weaknesses. Okay? Granite chin. Um, great power in his left, great power in his right. Um, Beautiful defense. Holds his hands way up here. Okay? Um, no stamina issues. He can go the distance, guys. Um, he's got decent hand speed. Not much more to say about him, alright? He's just a solid guy. He's a very consistent guy, alright? That being said, he is also a notoriously slow starter, okay? He takes ages to warm up. He takes ages to break a sweat. He takes ages to get into a groove. We all know that Jermain Taylor doesn't have this problem, okay? If anything, he gives too much in the beginning and doesn't know how to pace himself. But I believe that Jermain Taylor, okay, who has been with the best of the best, okay, who has the more impressive resume, will be able to make the necessary adjustments and pace himself. He'll give a lot in the beginning because that's just the way he boxes, but he won't give it all. He'll save enough in the tank, just like he did in his second fight with Kelly Pavlik, because he did go the distance in that fight, guys. Let's not forget. Um, all right, guys. I believe that based on styles, Jermain Taylor is going to pile up the points. Okay, he might even win the first 5 out of the 6 rounds. All right, which pretty much means that he only has to win 2 more rounds in the middle to late rounds to win. Okay, but he is going to pile up the points in the beginning of the fight, and more importantly, he is going to be able to hold on. King Arthur is going to get desperate and start swinging wildly. And again, I don't believe that Jermain Taylor um, will have the stamina to maybe pile up a lot more points on in the end. But I believe that his defense will improve. I believe he learned his lesson from the previous fight. Okay, I let his previous history, um, I guess, hinder me from making this prediction from a styles matchup point of view. But this is not the case here, guys. You better believe that Jermain Taylor is going to come out strong, okay? And even though he will fade slightly, but he won't have a meltdown like he had in his previous fight. I mean, if you look at it from a mathematical statistical point of view, analyze it, guys, and ask yourselves, what are the possibilities? Okay, what is the probability that a fighter of Jermain Taylor's caliber will have a meltdown in a similar way as he did with Carl Froch twice in a row? Think about it, guys. Um, if anything, he might even lose by decision, which I don't believe will be the case. But he won't be knocked down in dramatic fashion, especially in the later rounds, like he did in his first fight. I mean, it happened once against Carl Froch, great. Will it happen again? I think that Jermain Taylor will be protecting himself well enough for that not to happen. You know, and in protecting himself a lot, he might even give a lot of a big advantage to Arthur Abraham, because he won't be leaving himself open like he did in his fight with Carl Froch. He might not even be throwing that many punches. Okay, but the point is, he will pile enough points to win this fight, guys. That's what I believe will happen. I mean, you gotta admit it makes sense. Okay, Arthur Abraham is very slow. It's logical, guys. These are the facts. Okay, Jermain Taylor is very fast. Now, I want to get to talk about Taylor again. As I said in my previous video, Jermain Taylor has been with pretty much from everyone to William Joppy to Carl Froch. Okay, he has faced a minimum of 5 world champions. He faced William Joppy. He faced Bernard Hopkins. His last fight was with Carl Froch. That's 3 world champions. He faced Kelly Pavlik twice. That's 4 world champions. And let's not forget his close fights with Corey Spinks. All right, which it could have gone either way. A lot of people, I had that fight a draw. You know, they gave it to Taylor, but the point is, he's been in with at least a minimum of 5 world champions. Okay, Arthur Abraham has not. All right. Also, let's not forget an important factor. It's not a key factor, but it is important. Arthur Abraham has never fought at 168. This will be his first fight at super middleweight. We do not know if Arthur Abraham will be able to carry that power, okay, 8 more pounds into the game. We don't know. All right. Some fighters have more power, lose speed. Some fighters are pretty much, they're virtually the same at the previous weight class. We do not know. But based on these styles, we do know that Abraham will start off slow. Jermain Taylor will start off maybe not as fast as he usually does, because he's going to pace himself, but fast enough to pile on the points. And let's also not forget something important, guys. Jermain Taylor's got power, okay, guys? He's got power. He knocked down a granite chin fighter in the name of Carl Froch, okay? Carl Froch is a monster. He was never ever knocked down, okay? Amateurs or pros. He's a he's only got he's got less than 35 fights, but he looks like a seasoned fighter, okay, guys? He knows what he's doing, all right? All that said, hammer me if you want to. You know, if you agree with me, if anything I say makes sense, post. If it doesn't, post a comment. All right, guys? Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, when one does a analysis and a prediction, you have to do it based on styles, guys. All right? Not personal opinion or feelings or emotions or you know, passion or prejudice. All right? We have to be as impartial as we can. And I understand that the general consensus is that King Arthur Abraham will knock this guy out. But you better believe that King Arthur Abraham has never faced a fighter like Jermain Taylor. Jermain Taylor is going to pile up a lot of points, and he's going to use that jab, and he's going to create openings, and he's going to maybe even hurt Abraham. I don't think he'll be able to knock him out, but I believe that he will let King Arthur feel his power enough to back him off just a tad, pile up those points, and in the end, rack up a W. Alright, guys? I will not take down my previous prediction. I encourage you all to watch it, and let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe.